my show that's starting in a half an hour on Inspired Choices Network. And today's show is called You Can't Be Yourself in Business and Other Big Fat Lies. Now, here's one of the biggest things that I see out there that just drives me insane is people trying to be professional, like a professional version of themselves. And I just know on a deep, deep level that that just doesn't work if they're trying to be some other version of themselves. And it was interesting when I was preparing for this show. I remember like being in banking and being in finance and being in real estate and, like trying to be professional, like a professional version of me. And what happens when you own your own business, like when you own it, the business is you. You are the business in many cases. And so, especially if you're an entrepreneur, you're like a small business owner, so many parts of your personality are embedded in the business. They're embedded right in the business. And so when you're being like a version of yourself that's different than who you actually are, like for myself, I have a salty mouth. Like I swear, I just say bad words. And, so for myself, to try to make sure that I'm a more elevated version of myself stops me from being myself. Now, would I swear in front of the Queen of England? No. Would I behave myself in polite company? Yes. But when I'm actually with the clients that I'm meant to be working with, I am 100% myself. And so you see that out there in the mainstream media, in the quote unquote real world, people who are audaciously, unapologetically themselves are the wealthy people. And so if having more money and having the freedom that money brings to do whatever the heck you want to, you have to start first by being you. You have to actually be you. And, not the you in your head that you think you should be. So, if you have a gremlin talking to you and saying you should be a different, more elevated version of yourself, then, shove that thing off or get some assistance to shove that thing off and really start to dig deep. Like, who are you? Who are you at the soul level? And how does your business express that? Because that's what really turns me on. That makes me so excited to really have a look at the talents and capacities and abilities that you incarnated to express, and that are most likely very fun, very easy for you to express in your life, and really start to make sure that you have that 80, 90, 100% of the time in your business. You're just being you, the most delicious version, the most authentic version of yourself. And so this invitation is for you to join me. I've got the link in the comments over on Inspired Choices Network for today's Big Fat Lies show. That's called You Can't Be Yourself in Business and Other Big Fat Lies. And so we're going to delve into what's being professional, like what do your clients expect of you, and a bunch of different other places and spaces of why you're not being yourself in business and why that may be affecting your financial flows. And so why do I want you to have excellent financial flows? Because it's really important to me to work with legacy businesses. I want you to have a legacy business. And so if that's something that you're like, I would like to have a legacy business. I would like to have a business that I can pass on to my apprentices or my children. So the best way to do that is to actually be yourself and to bring in great money for your talents and capacities and abilities. So we'll see you on the other side, starting in 24 minutes on Inspired Choices Network. And I will see you on the other side. Bye, guys.